Today, I'm going through the internet's protein hacks and seeing how good they are. I am ranking them based on 3 different criteria. 1, how easy it is to make. 2, how good it tastes. And 3, how much protein is there per calorie. Let's get started. The first one comes from Reddit, and just to start off our day, it's going to be a protein powder cold brew combination. Now, since it's from Reddit, they decide not to give any specifications or any measurements for anything. So I'm just going to pour everything I have in here and try to get it to be about 20 to 30 grams of protein with this and some milk. But I'm removing it to a mason jar instead, because there's more room in here for activities. Well, usually protein powder when mixed with milk or water, depending on the brand you get, can come out pretty lumpy or chunky. It doesn't like to mix with whatever you're using. This seems to be relatively smooth. There's still a few lumps. I think to took a little bit to mix it. See how it tastes. It's very chocolatey, I will say that. Like you get a hint of coffee and then it's like just a lot of chocolate, but it's also because this has a chocolate cream on top, I guess, or flavoring, and then I'm using chocolate protein powder. I'll say this thing is pretty easy to make. All you need to do is blend a few things together. It tastes good, I guess, if you really like chocolate. I feel like it's a little too strong in the chocolate for me, surprisingly. I know I love chocolate, but this is like, I don't know, it's just too strong. Maybe it's also the coffee, because I'm not a big fan of coffee. Maybe that blend kind of makes me not like it as much. But you can get a good amount of protein. So just being maybe about 300 calories and 30 grams of protein. I'd say it's pretty good on protein. I'll say if you really like chocolate, this is probably an A tier. If you don't, it's probably B or maybe even C if you don't like chocolate. Now, this next one also comes from Reddit. It is basically egg bites. It's just eggs and cottage cheese blended. It does say you can use sausage, grated cheese, or hot sauce is optional, but I'm too lazy to do all that, so I might just use hot sauce. I kind of try them out on their own. This one seems like the simplest one. The only thing they didn't do again is they didn't give me any measurements at all, but I found something that kind of gave me an idea of how much eggs and cottage cheese just use. I'm using 4 eggs and about half a cup of cottage cheese. Then mix together. Bake at 350 till done, and then says about 25 to 30 minutes. Let's put in for 20 to 25 minutes at 350. All right. These came out definitely a lot bigger than I was expecting. But you know what? That's fine. Let them just cool here for a little bit, and we'll taste test them in a second. All right. Egg bites came out of the oven. They were very big, almost coming out of the muffin tin when we first took them out, but they deflated a little bit, which is probably good. One of them, this one here, looks a little burnt. Some of these don't look too bad. Just have to just see how they taste. It's not too bad. Tastes pretty good. I mean, actually, one thing I didn't do, I didn't put any salt and pepper in it, so I do recommend like cooking or putting some in when you cook it. I mean, it doesn't have like a bad taste. It's just good. It's pretty simple. If you want to try some hot sauce, if you know the good stuff, hot Cholulas, always the best for the hot sauce. Okay, that is good. That is very good, actually. Now, I did the stats on these, and for this whole plate, it is 390 calories. So for the amount of food here, it's not too bad. 25 grams of fat, 5 grams of carbs, and 37 grams of protein. So there's about 8 here. They're not all equal. Size, some of them are a little bigger than others. Each one's about 4 to 5 grams of protein. So if you have like a couple in the day or a couple in the morning, it can be an extra like 20 grams of protein. Pretty easy. And they're relatively small, so they're easy just to have a quick bite or a quick snack. For how easy this was, how good they taste if you add hot sauce, and I can only imagine they taste better with salt and pepper, or if you add sausage or anything else to it, it would definitely be an easy like S. This is definitely a top tier food. All right, this next one is a little more involved. We're gonna be making breakfast Hot Pockets basically, and the first step is to cook bacon, then cook the eggs and the egg whites in a separate pan.
There you go.
Yeah, just egg whites.
It's literally
because someone was asking.
I'm hoping you're cutting the sound out of these clips.
Depends. I probably could have cut this a little bit better.
Yeah.
But we just have to wait till it gets nice and crispy. So I'm not super concerned. This one seems to be the most difficult one so far. Obviously, this one isn't just blending. So I'm hoping the taste and the fact that it's also a meal prep makes up for that fact. All right, so we're gonna put the bacon and eggs to the side while I make the dough. Next step for the protein Hot Pockets is we need to make the dough. So we need to combine flour, baking powder, low-fat yogurt, onion powder, garlic powder, salt, and just mix it until it's a dough, really.
All right, so take it over here.
Yeah, the main thing was that I couldn't figure out how to get the dough to be in the shape I wanted, and Kate has more experience with working with dough, so she decided to take over, or asked her to take over, and now she's kind of fixing it.
Yeah.
Okay, this one currently is my least favorite to make, just because it requires a little more experience and knowledge than just, I don't know, cook or combine.
Yeah.
This was the one I was most excited and nervous about doing.
It's pretty good though.
It does taste good. Definitely a little heavy on the eggs and the cheese. I think if we were able to portion it better, or get bigger like portions or sizes, doing it with more bacon would definitely be a move.
Yeah.
Because we're not getting enough bacon, I feel like, in each bite.
I could eat this for breakfast at work.
Yeah, these are good.
I do think they could have been brushed with like egg wash if we didn't want to, if we like baked them instead of fried them.
Yeah, so I will say, if you do make these, give yourself enough time to make the dough. That's going to be the hard part. Or do that first, maybe. So instead of the dough, I decided to use a tortilla and see how that works instead, because it is way easier to just throw everything in the tortilla and cook that. Honestly, this is the move. If you don't want to make the dough, get a tortilla. The macros and everything might be off, might be a little bit lower in protein, a little more in carb, but it is much simpler and it still tastes good. I think with the tortilla, it'd be S. I think with this whole process and everything, it's definitely like a C or B. Taste is like an S, honestly.
It's very good.
The effort and everything, not there. Protein's good, but high on the effort.
I think if the edges were a little more cooked, it'd be a lot easier to eat, to bring down, because the dough is a little, like that doughy texture is a little off-putting when eating, but it is really good.
All right, this next one's like a make yourself protein bar. This one's gonna have oats, peanut butter, honey, protein powder, pinch of salt, quarter cup of water, and then mix. Put the mix into a pan and add some combined oil and chocolate chips. Now just put it in the fridge for like 25 minutes until it's set and solid. Check on the protein bars. They should be good to go by now. They don't look as good as the guys, but we'll see how it tastes. It's okay. These, I don't know. I'm not a big fan. They weren't too hard to make. The protein, I think, is pretty good. Let me check. I don't have the protein written down for this one, but I'll just put it in post. It just doesn't, it tastes like, oh, it doesn't taste that good. I don't know. It's like a C. I'll give this a C. Pretty easy to make. Just takes a lot of time in the fridge. Taste is not that great. Kind of just mid. So it's a little bit low on protein. It's definitely a D. But if it's actually really good on protein, when I do it in post, it's probably more of a B. Assuming all is equal, give it a C. Next one's a very simple cookie dough. There's just peanut butter, protein powder, sugar-free maple syrup, and some chocolate chips. Then mix it all up. I don't know, the taste isn't bad. It has that very peanut butter stuck in your mouth kind of thing. Have you ever experienced that?
Maybe not with like actual peanut butter, but...
I'm talking to the audience.
Oh, fine. Do you want to retake that?
No, I just cut what you say out.
Oh, rude.
I don't know, this is like a B for me. I don't know. It should be 19 grams of carbs, 29 grams of protein, 15 grams of fat at about 307 calories. Very specific on the calories. Like, I think this could be good if you really just like eating peanut butter raw and you want to add more protein to it. I don't know if I have it again. It has a very, I don't know, there's a weird taste to it. It's definitely very easy to make. So that is one positive, because you kind of just throw a few things together, mix it. Doesn't even go in the microwave. But I don't know if I'll make this again. I'm not even sure if I'll finish it. Easy to make, decent on protein, tastes all right. Might depend on if you like peanut butter, because I'm using chocolate protein powder, but chocolate isn't coming in super strong. It's definitely way more peanut butter. I think like a fake sugar taste from the zero sugar maple syrup. Yeah, on to the next one. This next one actually gave me the idea for the video. It is Diet Coke with a vanilla protein shake. I think it was trending on TikTok and I saw like an article about it. So give it a go. Ooh.
It's coffee colored.
Now, one nice thing about this, that's basically just the calories you'd get from the protein shakes. It is 160. If you're really worried about any of the calories, carbs, fats, or proteins, you can just look at the protein shake. Now, I think they use a different one, but I just use the ones we have. Huh. It's like a vanilla cream soda almost.
I have a question. Do you think that could be done with other sodas?
Probably.
I mean, I don't know how Dr. Pepper would taste with that, but I'm sure you could do it.
I can't imagine that'd be good.
I can imagine you could do it like an orange soda, make like an orange creamsicle kind of protein shake.
Maybe like a root beer, like a diet root beer might be good because it has like a vanilla taste already in it. So maybe it'd make it a little stronger.
Oh, that's a good idea.
I'm not sure if I'm a big fan. Give it a sip.
Immediately the bubbles just went right down my throat, and I don't know how I feel about that.
Actually, on my first sip, I didn't really get any of the fizz. It kind of came in like a few seconds later.
I was like trying to taste like the drink as it is, and just got bubbles.
Yeah.
And then I got the taste, but it's not. It's kind of subtle to me.
I think the theme for this video is like if you like a certain flavor, is really good. But like. Honestly, for this one, I don't think I'd recommend it. If you like the protein shake as it is, just have the protein shake. You don't need it with a soda.
I mean,
this is unnecessary. This one's probably the worst one. Yeah, do not do this unless you really like the way it tastes, then go for it. But otherwise, it's just not. Just drink the protein shake instead. All right, for the next one, it's gonna be more of a dessert. It's gonna be a protein mug cake. For this one, just need protein powder, flour, cocoa powder, baking powder, egg, and some milk. All right, just gotta put it in for a minute. All right, so I had to kind of rush to get it out because it kind of exploded for a couple seconds. It was a little overflowing, as you can see by this side.
I'm worried it might not be cooked thoroughly.
I kind of want to try it anyway. We're just gonna be hot.
Probably will be.
Actually, that's pretty good. I think you definitely need a bigger mug for this, but this isn't too bad. You see, we also used dark cocoa powder. Part of me is thinking that if you use a different cocoa powder that is...
It probably would be better with like a milk chocolate, which is the only time you'll ever hear me say that.
Yeah, this probably better than milk chocolate because this definitely doesn't have a lot of sweetness to it because basically it has no sugar. But if you do use a milk chocolate cocoa powder, it'll definitely add to the calories, so keep that in mind. But I'll give this about an A. It's pretty easy to do, tastes pretty good, could taste better, good on protein and calories. Next dessert is going to be protein ice cream. It's probably similar to a protein smoothie you might make normally, but this one is recommending we add a little bit of pudding mix to kind of give it a little bit of a thickness. Add protein powder, vanilla, frozen fruit, milk, and pudding mix. Then blend it all up. Not bad. It's like the strawberry flavor is very overpowering. I don't know how I feel about this. See, the thing about this, I'm not sure if most of this is necessary other than honestly, just the strawberries, milk, and protein powder. Like it feels like the pudding mix is a little bit unnecessary. The vanilla maybe adds a nice little flavor to it. I don't know, you try it.
That is very strong.
Yeah.
The strawberry.
Yeah. Like I think for me, I would just stick to my usual protein shake I would make. But I do like the swapping it out for frozen berries or frozen fruit in general. I'll say it's a B. In terms of like taste, it's good. In terms of protein quantity, compared to the calories, I think it's basically pretty good because all the calories are really coming from the protein powder and the milk probably. Very little coming from the strawberries. And then it was pretty easy to make. It's just a little more ingredients than you probably would for a normal protein shake. So I'll say it's about a B. All right, we're doing the last one on a different day. It's gonna be protein pancakes. Now, what we need for this one is oat flour, protein powder, 2 eggs, Greek yogurt, baking powder, some vanilla, a pinch of salt, and some almond milk. And then we can throw in some chocolate chips at the end. The pancakes here actually probably came out the best out of everything we've done. Smoothest process. Took a little bit of time, but honestly, not too bad. I'm gonna try one piece without maple syrup, see how it is on its own. Actually, that is very good on its own.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
It's not too dry, actually. Oh, that is very good.
This is the most positive you've been about anything.
This is really good. Want to try a piece?
Sure. Yeah, we can't make pancakes any other way anymore. That's really good. That's ruined pancakes.
This is very good. Actually, the only thing that took a lot of effort was maybe doing the oat flour. We did that previously, just so we could not have to worry about doing that. But all I really need is get some oats and just like grind it up in a blender. Sugar-free maple syrup. Yeah, that was very good. Yeah, for these are going in S easily. Best thing. I think something else is in S, but no, this is above that. Yeah, these are super easy to make. I think the protein on the video is off because I tried to do the calculations and it didn't come anywhere near the 80 grams of protein it said it's supposed to be. But I think it's still pretty good for like everything on this plate. And I still have some extra batter. But I think all in all, the protein is probably closer to 40 to 50 grams for about 680 calories. I need to recheck that as well because he said it was the 680 calories. When I checked the calories, I just checked the protein. I'm going to assume it is probably good on both. And it's a good breakfast, given this mess. Here's what the final list looks like. The egg bites and pancakes were by far the best things I had and will most likely make again. If you made it to this point in the video, consider liking and subscribing. See you in the next one.